Today we're sewing a 1970s playsuit using vintage Mccalls pattern 6597. This is the type of garment you'll want to wear all summer long. It's perfect for a day at the beach, walking the dog, wearing around the house, or even wearing to bed. This pattern is made up of only 3 pieces. One pattern piece serves as the front and back. The other 2 pattern pieces serve as the ties. We're forming elastic casings at the top and the waistline, as well as those shoulder ties and a bottom slit hem. This pattern is classified as a quick and easy 90-minute sew. I hope you join me for this project. Let's get started. Here is one of my front and back pattern pieces, and I've transferred the casing line onto the wrong side of the fabric just using chalk. And I've cut a piece of 1/2-inch wide single fold bias tape to match the length of that casing. I'm going to place my bias tape within my transferred lines, pinning onto the wrong side of the fabric. Now I'm going to edge stitch along the top and the bottom of this bias tape to form a channel for the elastic. Repeat for both of your front and back main pieces. Now that both of my elastic casings are prepared for the front and back piece, I'll cut a piece of 1/4-inch wide elastic to my waist measurement plus 2.5 inches, and then I'll cut this elastic in half. Now I can draw one elastic through one waistline casing, attaching a safety pin to one end, and repeating for my other piece. Now for both pieces on both sides of the elastic, I'm going to tack the short edges in place. Now that the waistline is elasticated, we're going to place the inseams right sides together and pin for both pieces. Then we'll sew these seams with a 5/8-inch seam allowance using a narrow zigzag stitch and then press the seams open. Now I'll place one of the sewn pieces inside the other right sides together, matching the seams that we just sewed and pin in place, and also matching the short ends of the casing on either side and pin in place. Then we'll continue pinning from the top edges and all around. Then we can sew from one top edge all the way around to the opposite top edge with a 5/8-inch seam allowance using again a narrow zigzag stitch. Now that we've joined those pieces, we're going to reinforce the crotch curve, sewing it again about 1/8 of an inch away from the original stitching line inside the seam allowance. We're going to be doing these reinforcement stitches from one front notch to the back notch. Now that the crotch curve is reinforced, I'm going to trim this seam allowance to 3/8 of an inch from notch to notch. And then for the rest of the seam allowances on both sides, I'll press them open. Now to form the casing along the upper edge of the garment, take it to your ironing board and fold that raw edge to the wrong side by 5/8 of an inch all the way around the upper edge. Now that that's pressed, I'll pin in place. And then sew all the way around. This time you can use a regular straight stitch, sewing with a 3/8-inch seam allowance from that upper fold. And leave a gap of about 1 inch so that we can insert our elastic. Now I've cut a length of 1/4-inch wide elastic to fit my underarm chest area plus 1/2 of an inch. and I'll lace it through the opening we left in the stitches. Overlap the two short ends of the elastic by 1/2 inch, zigzag stitch back and forth to secure. Then we can draw that elastic entirely into the casing and stitch our opening closed following the original stitching line. Here are both of my front tie pieces, and I'm going to fold them in half right sides together and give them both a press. Then I'll pin in place, leaving the short edges closest to the notch open for now. Then we can sew those opposite short ends with a 3/8 inch seam allowance, as well as both of the open long edges. And then turn your ties right side out. And then give your ties a press. Now we can attach our ties to the front of the garment. Along the front of the garment, I've transferred my tie placement markings from the pattern piece, just using pins. Now I'll take one of my front tie pieces and place the raw edge at one of the markings, placing the right side of the tie on the wrong side of the garment, allowing that short edge of the tie to overlap the fold of the garment by about 5/8 inch and pinning in place. I'm doing this for both ties. Now I'll sew my ties in place along that bottom raw edge. Then prepare and attach your back ties to the back of the garment in the same exact way as we did for the front. Then you can try on the Playsuit and tie your ties. Now we can sew the side slits at the bottom of the garment. Take one of the extensions and fold it to the right side of the garment, and then pin it in place along your marked stitching line. And do this on both sides of the garment. Then we'll take the garment to the sewing machine and on both sides sew along our stitching line along that transferred triangle. Now we can slash through the center of the triangle to the top point, being careful not to snip through the stitching. Repeating on both sides. Then we can turn these slits right side out, poking out the corners. Then we can give those side slits a good press, as well as pressing the remainder of the hem for the bottom of the Playsuit all the way around both legs by 5/8 inch. So I've pressed my hems to the inside and I've pinned them all the way around, and now I'm going to sew with a 3/8 inch seam allowance all along the bottom of both legs, as well as with a 3/8 inch seam allowance to pivot around each side slit. And now our vintage Playsuit is complete. Thank you for watching this sew along. So here's the final fit of the garment. I didn't have to make any adjustments to the pattern. It was perfectly ready to wear right off the sewing machine. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more full-length sewing tutorials, and I'll see you in the next video.